We all need money, honey. So the recipe that I'm going to do tonight is called the Best Juicy Skillet Pork Chops. We like pork chops in this house. I think I've done recipes with pork chops a few times now. I'm trying to find the one that Jamie is just all over. She asked for pork chops tonight, so hopefully this will be the one. The recipe is by Joanne. I didn't see a last name. And the first thing I'm supposed to do is prepare the pork chops. Take the pork chops out of the refrigerator, which I've done, and season both sides with salt and pepper. She says we use just less than a 1/4 teaspoon of fine salt per pork chop. Then we're supposed to set the chops aside to rest for 30 minutes. Okay, so I'm not going to measure out my salt and pepper. I'm just going to guesstimate it. I'll start with the pepper. You don't want any on Jamie's because she does not like pepper. So I won't pepper hers. And I think what I'm putting on here is less than a 1/4 teaspoon. Flip those over. More salt on the other side. A little bit of pepper on every chop but Jamie's. And then hopefully I'll be able to tell which is hers when I'm cooking them. Oh yeah, good luck with that. Probably not going to be able to tell. Yeah. So I'm just going to do them all. Just because I think after I cook them, I'm not going to be able to tell whose is whose. Alright, so I'm putting them off to the side. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to make the spice rub. So I need a small bowl, flour, chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, and smoked paprika. Oh, well I have paprika, so whatever. Alright, I'll grab everything I need for that and then prepare that while my pork chops are sitting. They're supposed to sit off to the side for like 30 minutes. Off to the side for 30 minutes? Like at room temperature? Seriously? You don't put them back in the fridge? It doesn't say to put them back in the fridge. What time is it? 5:49. If I leave them for 30 minutes, that'll bring us to 6:19 or something like that. And then, that's kind of pushing it. Because it says, well, it only takes 15 minutes to cook. And we're having this with rice and vegetables. I'm going to throw on some cream corn, just something simple. Alrighty then. Well, it's been 20 minutes that I've let these pork chops sit. I know I need to let them sit for another 10, so I am going to, and after all that, I didn't even get my bowl. So I'll get my bowl and then we'll carry on. Okay, hopefully this is big enough. Okay, so while those pork chops are sitting, I'm supposed to make my spice rub. So I'm supposed to mix the flour. It calls for 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. Okay. Oh, and by the way, this is for 4 pork chops. About 1 inch thick, or 6 to 7 ounces each. And then add some chili powder. So we're looking at 1 teaspoon of chili powder. This makes me nervous when I can't fit it inside the container because then I have to trust my ability to pour it evenly into my spoon without spilling it everywhere. That makes me nervous. That's a lot of chili powder. I don't really like spice, so I'm gonna put some of that back in. I'm allowed to do that. Okay. Where am I? Garlic powder. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Garlic powder? Now why didn't I grab garlic powder? I'm gonna have to go grab garlic powder. Okay. Alrighty. Garlic powder. 1 teaspoon. Oh. It smells good, but if you inhale it too quickly, it tickles the nose. Okay, there's my garlic powder. And oh, I almost missed something. Onion powder. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. I don't like the smell of that. God, gross. All right. And paprika, 1/2 teaspoon. Okay. Now I'm supposed to mix all that together. Show you what that looks like. Okay. Now I'm supposed to use a paper towel to pat the pork chops dry. What? But if I do that, it'll take the salt and pepper off the pork chops, won't it? Well, I'll do it anyway. So where am I gonna... Okay, first of all, before I do that, I'm gonna heat the oil in a medium skillet with the lid. The lid is here. Okay, at medium-high heat. And it calls for 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Okay, so we got 1 tablespoon of olive oil in the skillet. Oh, I like this skillet. I love it. Well, I like it. So I'll let that heat up. And then as soon as the oil is hot and looks shimmery, I've heard that term before. Once before when I was doing this show, it said shimmery. I still don't know what that means. I'm supposed to add the pork. And then cook until golden, which is about 2 or 3 minutes. So I guess I'll get paper towels so I can pat my pork chops. So weird. By the time I finish doing this, my pan should be ready. What the heck? Are you kidding me? Yeah, okay. Look at this.
What?
You can tell this is a new roll because it didn't come off very nice. What? She says. Okay. So I'm supposed to... This is so weird. Pat the pork chops to dry them, and then rub both sides of the chops with the spice rub. I'm going to get a clean plate to put them on. Maybe one day when I'm doing a recipe, I won't leave this place at all, like this one area, because I'll have everything I need right here, and I can just go right through it non-stop. Ha! Yeah, right. Dreaming. We have a little like peanut gallery in this room, don't we? Echoing everything I say. So I'm supposed to pat dry these pork chops. Pat, 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 pat. Let's take off all the salt, pepper that you put on there. Still doesn't make sense to me. Whatever. Hey! The pepper stayed. I wonder if the salt stayed. Well, now that's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna pat them all dry first, and then I'll rub the spice rub into them. That's interesting. See, this is why I'm not the cook. Like, I mean, I'm following somebody else's recipe, but this is why I don't figure out things on my own, because I don't understand the purpose for a lot of these things. I question them, but I still do them. They obviously know a lot more than I do. And I'm okay with that. Which is why they're the expert and I am not. It's pretty outside. A little windy though. Okay. They are patted. Now I'm supposed to rub both sides of the chops with the spice rub. Okay. So I'm not sure, like, how to, like, do I sprinkle it? Like, I don't know how to do this. Maybe I'll go like this. I'll sprinkle it like this.
What?
First. And then rub it in. And if this is wrong, somebody can tell me so I know better for next time.
Mom, there's a screw on the floor.
Oh, it's probably from the chair. Can you put it on the table, please?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I will.
Thank you.
Why is it from the? It is from under my chair.
Do you rock on your chair?
No.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Like,
Do you-
I put it back.
You know how you sometimes lean backwards on your chair?
Yeah.
That's probably
I
knocked the,
keep doing it. I can't stop.
that probably knocked the screw out.
Oh.
Uh-oh, I can smell that oil burning. I better hurry up. I don't know if I'm supposed to use all that or not. Oh yeah, that's good and hot. Oh, and then my corn is starting to like bubble. Oh, and stick to the bottom of the pan. That's not good. We don't want that. Turn that all the way down to medium. Not medium, minimum. Well, I didn't use all the spice rub. I don't know if I was supposed to or not. That's an awful lot of spice rub. Okay, so I'm supposed to add the pork and then cook 2 or 3 minutes. I probably should have added more spice rub, but whatever. I don't want to add any more because my pan is hot and ready for me, I think. Can you even see that? Oh my gosh, that smells good. I'm wondering if I should have added more. There's quite a bit of the seasoning left. But look at this. Like, that's a lot of seasoning. I feel like I should have used it all. It doesn't say to use it all. Too late now. Okay, so let me see. 2 to 3 minutes, huh? It's been about a minute and a bit. Ew! Ew! It smells so good. Okay, so I flipped the pork so the seared side is facing up. Says if there's a fattier side of the pork, use kitchen tongs to hold the chops fat side down until it sizzles and browns slightly. There's not a whole lot of fat on these bad boys, so. Okay, I'm supposed to oh my god. Reduce the heat to low. Alright. And then cover the skillet with the lid. Really? Alright. I hope it doesn't burn. Because I'm supposed to like cook for 6 to 12 minutes like that. Alright. So, you can test the doneness of your pork chops by inserting an instant read thermometer, and if it says 145 degrees Fahrenheit at the thickest part of the chop, then that means it's ready. But I don't, well actually I do think I have an instant read thermometer. Since cook time depends on the thickness of the chops, I'm supposed to check for doneness at 5 minutes and then go from there. So it's been cooked, I flipped it over a minute and a half ago, and then I'm supposed to check every 2 minutes. If you do not have a thermometer, you will know when they're done. No, I will actually. I know pork chops are done when there's no more pink. Once the meat's all white all the way through, I know they're done. If, when cutting into the chops, the juices run clear, is another indication that they're ready. Transfer the pork chops to a plate when they're ready, then cover loosely with aluminum foil and let the pork chops rest for 5 minutes. And then make a pan sauce. Okay. Well, we'll let those cook, and since you can't see them, we'll just come back when they're ready. Well, I'll show you throughout when I check on them, but otherwise we're just basically waiting for them to cook until we're ready to make our pan sauce. Oh, okay, it's been 5 minutes. Oh, okay, they're not burning. Okay, I see. There's water coming out of the pork chop, so that helps. Another 7 minutes to go, I guess. Well, we'll keep checking though. that's getting hot. Okay, so 9 minutes. Let's see how we're doing. I'm just going to cut into it instead of using a thermometer to see if it's ready or not. Okay. It is on low though, so I don't think it'll be ready. No, it's still very pink. Yeah, we got a ways to go yet. Ow! As I spill water all over the place. Alright. It's gonna need that. I'm actually gonna turn it up a little bit. Just because it's got another 3 minutes to go, but I don't think it's gonna be ready even in 3 minutes. But I could be wrong. Okay, it's been 12 minutes. Let's see where we're at. Geez, that smells good. Okay, let's see. Try a different pork chop. Still seems to be a little on the pink side to me. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're definitely still pink. I think it's taking way too long, to be honest with you. I don't think I'm supposed to flip them, but I am. And I'm gonna turn the heat up even more because this is taking too long. Maybe because it said to cook them on low, but maybe my low was too low because I put it right down to minimum. So now I've just turned it up to 3, so hopefully that speeds things up a little bit. Okay, I gave it another 5 minutes, so it's been cooking for 17 minutes now. Let's see if it's come along any further. Supper's gonna be ready in like 5 minutes. Okay. I think we're about done. As I cut up all the pork chops. It's hard to tell. Ow! Ow, ow, ow. I just burnt myself. It's hard to tell in this terrible light if it's cooked or not. But I think it is. Okay. So now what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to transfer the pork chops to a plate.
Oh.
And then loosely cover them with tin foil. I don't know why it says loosely. I want to keep them warm, right? So I don't know why it's loosely. But that's what I'll do. And then while the pork rests, make the pan sauce. Increase the heat to medium-high heat and add the chicken stock. Calls for 1 cup of chicken stock.
What is chicken stock? What is chicken
Guess I can, well, anyway, it tells me, oh, and vinegar, because it calls for cider vinegar. I forget how much. 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Okay. And honey or brown sugar. And it calls for 2 teaspoons of honey or brown sugar, and I pick brown sugar. Okay. So use a wooden spoon to scrape the bottom of the pan, but of course I use the fork, so it's already too late for me to do that. I hope that's not a bad thing. It's not Teflon. Oh well. So that any stuck bits of pork come up. Bring to a simmer. Well, it's not even boiling. Like it's not doing anything. Bring to a simmer and cook until reduced by half. Taste. Then adjust the seasoning with salt, more vinegar, or more honey or brown sugar. I'm supposed to reduce that by half. So I'll just let it sizzle away, I guess, until half of it's gone. That might be half. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm going to taste it, see what it tastes like. It's not bad. Maybe a little more salt? Not much. A little bit more brown sugar, but again, not much. And definitely no more apple cider vinegar. Try that. Okay. Still think there's too much apple cider vinegar, but I don't want to add any more sweetness to it, and it's really salty, so next time maybe not as much apple cider vinegar. I forgot to turn off my phone. Okay, now what? Okay. Slide the skillet off the heat, and when the sauce is no longer simmering, swirl in the butter. Okay, it's not simmering. Can you even see that? Yes, you can. Good. Okay, swirl in the butter. It's actually not butter, it's margarine. I prefer butter, but butter's more expensive. One day it won't matter and I'll be able to afford to buy butter. As much butter as I want. Okay. Now what? Slide the pork chops back into the pan. And spoon some of the sauce on top. Alright. Now I just have to prep the side dishes and we can eat. It's called the best juicy skillet pork chops.
Take 2?
Yeah.
Because the first one he spit out so good.
Because it was fat.
Ah, yes.
And he doesn't like fat.
Because no meat has fat on it.
I don't like fat either.
No, good.
What would you give it?
A 6 or a 7.
Okay. And maybe you should try a little bit of sauce on your rice.
Where is it?
In the kitchen.
Tender.
What would you give it?
3.
Wait.
Oh, sorry. 3, 2, wait, 10. 7.
Ha ha!
Wait, Jared, what did Jared
Go and
get?
get
What-
your. If you should go and try and
What did Jared
taste
get?
test the sauce and see if you want that on your rice.
You know what Jared got?
I don't. Excuse me.
I gave a 9.
You're giving the pork chops a 9 out of 10,
Mhm.
but in real life you really mean 1, right?
No, I actually need 9 out of 10 because I like it.
Okay, well I'll film your dish when we're finished eating and we'll see if your food is still there. Or if you really mean it this time.
Okay, try your food.
Jared's already done. Someone might have been a little bit hungry. Better be delicious. Because I'm hungry. I guess I'm taking too long. Sorry, fat.
Hey, dude, I did. Stop copying me.
It's good. I'll give it 9 out of 10.